The Mount Moon Review podcast, while a podcast about Pokemon, is not intended for children. You can expect some instances of adult humor, coarse language, and adult situations. Parental discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 43 of the Mount Moon Review podcast, the only podcast that has a host that can't decide whether it's a Pokemon podcast or a Star Wars stream, apparently. What the heck is going behind you, Duck?
The fourth be with you.
Ah, God.
It's
if you say so.
National holiday in my house.
It's not a national holiday, okay?
It's a national holiday in my house.
It's a stupid pun. It's a pun. It's not a holiday, it's a pun. You're killing me, Duck. You're killing me.
I put Star Wars is another one of my passions.
Apparently, you have a big old Yoda behind you.
Yeah. I shoved all the plushies aside and started going around my house collecting all the Star Wars stuff I have and threw it all on the shelf.
That is ridiculous, man. So we have some great news for our viewers, and that is we are back in our audio format on iTunes, Spotify, a couple other locations too, and we will soon be back on the Google Play Store. That takes a little bit longer because I end up having to delete it, create a new one, blah blah blah. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but as of today, you can start collecting the podcast again on your your Apple Podcast apps as well as Spotify. So, yay us.
Yeah, and if you were somebody that listened and then had to stop listening and ended up finding us on YouTube, just go ahead and click the podcast, like on your regular podcast app. Go ahead and click us so we can actually see the kind of viewership we're getting. We didn't have that on the old platform.
No, our old platform was absolutely horrible because I was unable to get the analytics a lot of the times, which really kind of messed us up when it came to sponsorships. We weren't able to actually submit for some of them because we weren't able to prove our analytics because our old server was just trash. And then he did us all a favor by just absconding in the middle of the night, getting rid of his phone number and everything else. So he kind of did us a favor in a way. I know I had to go in and literally dispute my payments through PayPal. But we're back. We got a good reliable server that actually is going to possibly down the line allow us to do more with the podcast. So we're very happy with that. But you're not here to hear about our woes and our trials and tribulations and podcasting. You're here to hear about the news of Pokemon. So, Duck, I don't think we have anything on the video game side this week. So, we going straight into the trading card game?
Straight into the trading card game.
Let's hear what you got, my man.
All right, so this is actually pretty interesting. Too bad the whole, pandemic thing kind of ruined this, because I would have loved to see what happened in the environment, the TCG environment, if this had come to fruition. We got the English name for the August set. It's going to be called Darkness Ablaze, and we know that it's going to focus on Eternatus from the pack art. Japan hasn't gotten their Eternatus yet, but we did get the first part of the set with Eruption Walker that has Gardevoir and Scentiscorch V.
It's outstanding. That is absolutely outstanding. I don't know if we're actually going to have pre-releases. I doubt it.
Probably not.
But we do have a new set coming out, and we're actually have a lot more information about this earlier than we typically do.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It releases on August 14th. Now, does that seem weird to you at all? Most sets
it's usually in the third week.
Friday.
Well, that.
No. Pre-releases are like the third and between the third and the fourth week.
You're right.
Of the month.
Then
the set officially street date drops on usually around the 5th or whenever the first Friday is.
Yeah, it is a little odd.
This means that Worlds, I believe, was supposed to be like the 28th sticks out to me. I don't know the exact date. A Saturday around the last week of August.
I
That means this wouldn't be legal yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, they did start doing some strange things. Like last year, they had rotation take place before Worlds.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that was another. Usually they introduce a set the first time it's legal is at Worlds,
Yeah,
and
and
then they do rotation after that. Last year they broke the mold by making rotation happen before Worlds, and that Worlds was the first tournament where the rotation was enforced.
yeah. So you actually walked into DC into the arena, and everyone was playing new decks. So
Yeah.
you had really no time to test anything at a major event, which was very, very. You could tell people were very thrown off by that. But nevertheless, we still had a lot of the same names were still in the top tiers, just because they're that caliber of player, just regardless of the decks.
Immediately when they knew the format, they were practicing. As soon as they had the set unified mind set list, they were, whoop, okay. I know what I'm I
Yeah,
know
they're
what I'm doing.
using stuff such as Untapped, or just using proxies and getting with their friends. So, yeah, that's definitely strange. I mean, they may have been planning to do something different at Worlds this year too.
Yeah.
And I say that because these things are done and planned so far in advance. It's highly doubtful that date has changed from what it was set at 6 months ago.
Right. There was the weird thing where they had to change the name in Japanese,
Yeah.
but as far as I know, that didn't disrupt the Japanese set
No, from
list.
my understanding, they actually changed the name just before it went to print.
Right. I mean,
So,
they would have had to have.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, they copyrighted both names, so it's not like they would copyright something if they knew they were going to have to change it.
yeah. Well, you had they learned their lesson with sets such as Steam Siege, and there was another one too that they just completely overproduced. What was the other one? It was Steam Siege and something else.
It wasn't Evolutions?
It might have been. Might have been Evolutions. It's whatever that every time you buy any box or tin of anything, it has 2 packs of what you're actually looking for, and then the rest are Steam Shees and Evolutions.
Yep.
Yeah, it's complete utter nonsense. But so now you run into the problem where come just after the pre-release, people start buying the stuff up. Combine that with the fact that you got these people that are on, creators of some kind that are buying them by the pallet. Then you run into an issue where there's no product to meet the demand, and everyone, Pokemon's trying to drive the price up. No, the price is always the same. Pokemon never makes a dime more. They'd actually be very happy to sell more product, but they don't want to produce that product and then not have a market for it. So they're not going to overproduce like they did before. They've learned their lesson. They're not going to do that again.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they could be better.
It could be, but it's such a every time that there's a the people that drive the meta have decided it's going to be a hot set. You have a complete the market is just sucked dry immediately from people that have connections, and they're going to open stuff on stream because I want to see someone else open packs. No, I'd actually like to open some of my own, but I can't find the bloody things. That's happened more times than in the recent times that you can really remember. I mean, in the past year and a half, 2 years, that's become a really big thing. And you have sets that come out that, that people have decided, okay, these are not going to be an integral part of the meta, and they're just saturated everywhere. So Pokemon have to walk that line of not overproducing a product that's not going to sell, and they're going to be out money.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, clearly, the last set. I mean, obviously the set with the shinies. I can't recall the name right now.
Because I'm
But
shiny.
clearly,
Sparkle like a diamond in the rough.
was was a set that they ended the print run on Unbroken Bonds like real quick.
Yeah.
That should have been one that they kept printing for probably like the next year.
Yeah, they did a second run on that one if I remember correctly.
Eventually, yeah, but I mean, it was not on the shelf for so long at the store I have my league.
Well, I remember at my tournaments, I had like a league cup or a league challenge. I can't remember after Unbroken Bonds, and I didn't have any Unbroken Bonds to use
Yeah,
as.
I remember. I think I got second place at that one, and I was like, they were trying to give me, what team up packs or something, and I was like, can I just take store credit or something?
Yeah.
Like, and they said no.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, can I get like a drink?
Take your team up carbs and put them where the sun don't shine.
I wasn't happy.
I didn't realize that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's unfortunately you're at kind of at the mercy of the store. They decide what the pricing is going to be.
Like,
so
it's what it is, you know. So, oh well, no big deal. I got some. I think I gave it to a little kid.
Probably one of mine.
Probably. Yeah. No, I probably.
God. Let's see. Is there anything else on the TCG side? I don't think there is.
No, we've already talked about the sets that Japan has or the cards Japan has. Nothing new has been revealed.
Okay, so we're gonna go right into Pokemon Go, a game that you really can't play right now.
Nope.
So what's going on with Pokemon Go this fine week, Ducky?
So they're doing a throwback event for the Kanto region.
I actually did send this one to you because I saw that the Pikachu the Pikachu hat is a Charizard costume this week.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I still don't like it, but I guess Pikachu and a Charizard hat is better than Pikachu than any other hat.
In a party hat.
Oh yeah, party hat Pikachu.
Yay! Like I don't have a dozen of those. But that's really, I mean, so we have the Kanto event that's also going on. We have the Charizard hat Pikachu. With the Kanto event, we're going to see increased spawns of those Kanto Pokemon. So if you do not have your 151 decks completed yet, here's the opportunity to get some of those that you may have missed back when they did the last Kanto event, because everyone loves Kanto.
And then if you complete the special research challenges that they have going on, you'll have a chance to capture a Mewtwo. I'm sure everybody has their Mewtwo's at this point.
I've got several, even armored Mewtwo's, but they're not really that special anymore because they made them so easy to get. I kind of hoped that they would have kept something like
Nothing
exclusive or difficult, but no, they got rid of it pretty quick. They made it pretty easy to get.
They're doing that. You just have to pay money to get that stuff.
I didn't.
No, I'm saying like Regigigas would be one that.
Oh, that one.
Pay like $7 to do the event.
Yeah, that was obnoxious.
That one's special. Hardly anybody has the Regigigas.
Yeah.
They're continuing to do the 1 coin boxes. It's just a bunch of random berries.
So yeah, it's like a starter pack this week.
Yeah.
So not nothing to really get my phone out of my pocket for on that end.
Right.
But
I mean, have the space, might as well. But
dude, at this point, there's so much junk coming out that I'm having to like throw stuff away just so I can do the next coin boxes. So I don't see it.
There's a shiny Pokemon. I didn't get which one it was. I don't remember, but there is a shiny Pokemon boosted during the event. It's an orthodox one. I was like, why? It's kind of like when they did Shiny Sentret a couple weeks ago. Like, why?
Why? So, but really, that's really all there is for Pokemon Go. I mean, there's not a whole lot of news on that end. We're running into our quarantine slump where just news is not coming out, and Pokemon's kind of like this time of year we'd really be ramping up. We'd be going, okay, Worlds is coming, but there's just nothing right now. So that's unfortunate. But still on the mobile front, they're trying to keep things interesting with Pokemon Masters.
Yeah, so a bunch of new characters just released, or are going to be released. It's the list that we have now. There's probably more. Kukui and Lycanroc and Gold and Cyndaquil, which I think is interesting that Gold got Cyndaquil because if you did the Ho-Oh event, the pair was Silver and Ho-Oh. Gold's rival.
You know, there was like a really cool like throwbacks and lore and everything else that went into them. It seems like anymore they're like, meh, good enough.
Well, I think in the manga, Silver got Ho-Oh.
Okay.
Because I remember Gold. I think I remember Gold going to get Lugia, or like they had to work with them. They didn't catch them.
Something. I mean, does anybody actually look at the Pokemon mangas?
It's actually really good. I've read through. Uh, I'm if I I've been reading it for like years now, but every once in a while I'll crack open a chapter. I'm on the Fire Red and Leaf Green chapter now, which is really good.
I mean, as long as you're enjoying it, by all means, keep reading it and keep us up to date with the latest and greatest news. So, is anything else going on with Masters other than just those new characters?
Yeah. So every once in they always have special banners going on now, where if you spend the 3,000 coins on them, you have higher chances of getting certain characters. Right now, there's one where you have to actually pay the premium gems, so you can't just use your free ones you get for like bug fixes and stuff. But if you actually pay, I think it's $30 to get the gems, then you can get 10 characters. One of them is guaranteed to be a 5-star, and then they give you the chance of any 5-star pair in the game.
So
you get to pick.
If you're actually into Masters, this sounds like a really good deal.
I was really into Masters, and I didn't feel like paying for the guaranteed 5-star draw was worth it then, and I probably wouldn't pay $30 for this.
$30, did you say?
To get it's 3,000 gems. I'm pretty sure it translates to around $30.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Right, you get one custom pair of your choice. So.
Or I could go out and have dinner.
But, yeah. I could be wrong about the price. Maybe it's not that bad, but I'm pretty sure it was around $30 when the game came out to get enough coins or enough gems for one 5-star pair, like one guaranteed pair.
Okay. Anything else on Master side?
Nope.
That's now we're going into the product / miscellaneous portion of the show.
Yeah.
So this is different. This is something I didn't even know was going on. Do you want to tell us about the illustration contest, Duck?
Yeah. So every year, Pokemon does an illustration competition, and then the winner of the competition gets their artwork that they submitted printed on a promo card, and that promo card will get distributed out through like blister packs or something. So this year, they had the challenge was draw one of these 7 Pokemon, and put it and draw it in like a forest or a town or something, and then submit it, and the winner gets like 300,000 yen. I don't know what that translates.
It's like
dollars.
$300, I think. Hey Siri.
Oh, okay.
What's 300,000 yen converted to US dollars?
It's $2,815.47.
All right, so not bad, about $3,000.
I need to learn to draw.
Well, I think you'd have a hard time competing. Now, for those listening on the audio portion, you're not really seeing them. On the video portion, you can actually see the top submissions, and they are spectacular.
They released the top 50, and I went through and picked my favorite of each of the Pokemon, and then send them to you.
Okay. Well, still, I mean, these are outstanding.
Yeah. If you want to look at the whole list of them, they're out on the internet. If you just look up the Pokemon Illustrator contests results.
Yeah.
They haven't picked who it is yet. And another thing I thought was cool that I haven't heard of this before. They said that they're gonna pick some of the better illustrations, even if they don't win, and try to hire them for to be illustrators for the TCG.
Well, that's neat. I mean, really, to get a fresh take on some of the cards, because they typically use the same artists for years, and to get they get kind of stagnated. So to get some new artists in there, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, you could get artwork like this on your cards. That'd be really awesome, right? Like, I mean, look at the lighting on the Zacian. I really like that lighting. Or you could get the Eevee promo that came out a couple weeks ago, or a couple of months ago.
Oh, the fat Eevee.
Yeah, yeah. Which one? Would you rather have in your binder?
Yeah. Yeah, that fat Eevee was that was a thing. So
Yeah. Should have just been released with that whatever book that the Eevee art was based on, so
yeah.
everybody didn't have to have it.
So Duck, that's really all we have from Pokemon this week, I believe. The shows have been rather short, and that's not because we're looking at shortening the format or anything. It's just there's not a whole lot there right now. Pokemon and the world's still shut down, so there's not a lot of movement out there. We don't got no tournaments to talk about. We ain't got no new rulings. There's just a lot of stuff that we don't have access to because it's just not happening. But we're doing our best, and if you are thirsty for Duck and Raz content, you could always go to our YouTube channel and watch some of our other shows. For example, on usually Thursday evenings or Friday mornings, if I forget, you can watch a brand new episode of the Untitled Anime Show, where myself, Duck, and Sadar from the Discord, we have a review session of any new anime series or movies that we all sit down and watch separately, and then don't talk about, even though we really want to, until we get in front of a camera. You can also watch our streams on our various Facebook channels, Twitch. We're really, really pushing for Duck to get a capture card so he can do some stuff on Twitch more often.
Yeah.
I think maybe your neighbor with the truck ought to buy you one.
That would be fair.
Yeah, at this point. I'm surprised I haven't heard him rev up by now. And just sit out there and rev. But if right now you can watch me play a lot of Animal Crossing content because that's really all I'm doing right now. But just check that out, and if you can help support our YouTube channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. Just hit the subscribe button, and it would mean the world to us because we're really trying to get that content out, pushed, and up and running. And so, more people that see it, the better. And it just really, really helps us. It doesn't cost you anything. We don't even monetize our videos right now, so that you don't even have to watch annoying ads. And that's something that's a rarity in this world, Duck. No ads. Free content. It's free funny. So just make sure you're checking those out. Duck, do you have anything else for us this week?
No, that's it.
Really? You sure? No Star Wars puns?
No, I nope.
Did you really think I wasn't going to notice all that stuff behind you?
Well, you didn't notice at first.
Before we went live, I did.
We had a full-blown conversation, and right before we went live, you're like, "Oh my God, you have Star Wars stuff."
Well, if you watch the video version, you'll definitely see it's a dramatic change. And I noticed that Yoda looks nothing like Yoda. So that's a cheap knockoff. That's a cheap Afghani knockoff.
It was a gift. He's holding a birthday present because they got it on my birthday for my birthday.
Does it have anything to do with your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Duck, get us out of here.
All right, guys. Until next time, just remember, if it's too good to be blue, it's probably gold.
Have a week.
Just because your card is magic, you think you're safe because you killed my life orb. Baby, do you dare to not flinch? Cause I'm coming at you like a dark pulse. I know you're gonna throw. You're gonna throw a stone. But I got that lucky chance. There's no critical hits.